Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do first impressions of the new seasonal anime Noragami. Now, this one right here is actually a supernatural shonen action romance comedy series, and it was recommended to me by my friend Pete. Now, I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's ongoing because it just came out like this winter season. And so far, it's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. And the main character, his name is Yato. He's actually a god. He's an unknown god. And he comes from the place known as the Far Shore. And basically, my understanding here is that like there's 2 places. There's the near shore, where there are people of the living, and there's the far shore, the afterlife. And then there are things in between known as phantoms and spirits. And so there's the main male character, Yato, and then there's the main female character. Her name is Hiyori. And basically what happens is like one day, like she's coming back from school, and Yato, even though he's a god, he has to build up status and fame in order to get like a shrine, in order to have a lot of people underneath him who can be used as weapons, known as regalia. And a god, even though like they're gods, G-O-D, they're pretty much useless without a regalia. And a regalia is a spirit that can be turned into a weapon. And the gods can use these weapons to, at this point in time, fight and take out these things called phantoms, which I believe are corrupt spirits. So there's pure spirits that can be transformed into weapons, and then there are corrupt spirits that basically are like, they run around, like they cause mischief and mayhem and that kind of stuff, and they are attracted to a negative energy. And basically, or spiritual energy, whatever you want to call it, malice, I don't really know. But the thing here is that the main female character, Hiyori, she actually sees Yato, and Yato's on an odd job. He's trying to find this cat. And he's running down the street because he sees the cat. He's running in front of a bus. And Yato would be a-okay, but she is the only one that actually sees Yato, and she saves, quote-unquote, saves Yato, but she herself gets hit. She gets hit by the bus. And what happens is that even though Yato would have survived, she gets hit by the bus, and she becomes a phantom. Or she becomes like a demi-phantom, where she goes in and out of her body whenever she falls asleep. And pretty much, she can fall asleep on the spot, and she can be outside her body without her actually realizing it. And to signify that she is now a spirit, now a phantom, she has like this cattail. And apparently like this cattail, it connects her with her living body. So it's a very fascinating series thus far. And to get down to the basics, the animation's on point. It's really good animation. But the soundtrack is beautiful. Like there's one beat where I'm like, yo, I'm feeling it. And there's actual lyrics going on. I can't tell if they're actual English lyrics or like English or Japanese. I can't really tell because it's vague, but it's a very good soundtrack thus far. I mean, even though I'm only on episode 2, there's actually 3 episodes. I haven't watched the 3rd episode yet, and I will after I do this video. But the thing here is that I really do like the soundtrack. It has a nice beat, especially when he gets his new regalia. Because episode 1, he starts off with this regalia, and I forgot her name, but she's like a short blade. And then she winds up leaving him because he's not a popular god. He has like a few coins, and every time he does an odd job, he gets like 5 yen, which is like really little. But I guess that's his standard. I don't know, because according to him, he was born of a wish on the far shore in the realm of the afterlife, and he is a god of war. But he wears a jersey. He has some weird bib going on. I mean, I don't know why it's bib. That's not explained yet. But he does odd jobs. Because, like, I guess people can see him, but yet kind of not see him. I'm not too sure about that. Because, I mean, maybe it'll be explained on episode 3. I don't know. But people can kind of see him, or I guess he can choose when people can see him or not. It's hard to really tell at this point in time. But he can scribble stuff on, like, walls, and people can see that it's him, like, call me if you need any help. I'll do it for 5 yen. God Yato, and there's a number. People call the number, and then he'll do them favors, and then they'll start to believe in him. And then the more people believe in him, the more money he gets, the better chance he has of getting like a shrine and getting fame, and I guess getting more power and, you know, getting higher status. Because apparently there are a lot of damn gods, and he actually sleeps in like this one other god's palace, like a very popular god, some Shinto god. The name escapes me. But regardless, the thing here is that Yato, at this point in time, at the beginning of the episode, he had this one regalia, and I forgot her name, but she was like a short little dagger, and she winds up leaving because, again, he's not a popular god. And at the end of episode 2, he winds up running into a teenage spirit, and he winds up making him his new regalia. So he goes from like a short little dagger thing to like an actual like katana, and he's able to like take out phantoms, because apparently gods by themselves cannot take out phantoms without a regalia. They need a regalia. So it's very intriguing. It's very intriguing how the concept works. How they need a regalia in order to combat phantoms. And you would think that gods by themselves would be a-okay because they're gods. They're GODs. But GODs in this series so far, they're not like omnipotent and omnipresent. They're not like rocking like the crazy universal stuff, multi-universal, omniversal. No, like they're not doing that stuff. They're just gods in title. And there's a whole mess of gods, apparently. And we find out that when it comes to the main female, her tail is actually tied. If her tail gets cut, or bitten off, or destroyed, something like that, then she will die. It's that simple. So right now, she does some outer body experiences like every once in a while, and she falls asleep on the spot, whether it be like in the middle of a park, whether it be in the bathroom. She'll fall asleep on the spot, and then she'll just have an outer body experience, and then she can actually fight because she likes watching like kickboxing or UFC kind of stuff. And so when she's in her spiritual form, she does that kind of stuff. So she does like martial arts moves, and they're actually like a lot better because she's more flexible. She has she can jump higher. She's better pretty much. And only little children and animals can see people or things from the far shore, phantoms, spirits, and that kind of stuff, and that's it. And other people can't see them. But then again, that's the reason why, because Yato, he's from the far shore, but it's kind of weird because people can see him, but most of the time they don't see him, so it's kind of weird. But regardless, the series so far, it is very intriguing. I do like it. Would I review it on a weekly basis? I don't think so, but I'll watch it because I think it is intriguing. I may do a series overview when it's over. Who knows? We'll see how it works out. But I do like it so far. The fact that he is a god and he has to work his way up, I do like that, because it shows that even amongst gods there is some kind of hierarchy. And he's the only god that I've seen so far, but he does sleep at another god's like temples or shrines, but we haven't seen him pop out yet. Him or her. And the thing here is that when it comes to their relationship, the relationship between Yuki, no, because Yuki is the kid. He is the kid. He is the name of the second regalia that he found at the end of episode 2. When it comes to Yato, when it comes to Hiri, their relationship is pretty much this. She wants to have a way to stay in her body, and that be the end of it. Because it's very inconvenient for her to all of a sudden get taken out of her body in the middle of class, in the park, and just collapse right then and there and fall asleep. So she wants to have a way where she can actually, you know, keep her spirit in her body. And she gave him 5 yen to do that. And he's still working on it. But basically, he's not godly. He's more like a snobby kid. And she treats him like a snobby kid. Because they're both, they both seem to be around like middle school, high school age. And the thing here is that it's funny because their relationship is kind of like, she's not like a tsundere, but she gets very pissed off when shit isn't done. She's like, yo, he hasn't called me yet. I want this job done. I want to get back to my body and stay that way. What the hell is happening? And Yato, he's like doing odd stuff around, and whenever she calls, like he sometimes teleports in, even though he doesn't teleport in combat, which I find kind of weird. And then they argue, and then they have comedic scenes between the two, and it's funny. So it is very funny, and at the same time, it does get pretty serious because there are death situations where even though he's a god, he can die at the hands of phantoms. So it does have the action so far. The animation's on point. It is, you know, good comedy so far. I do like the character relationship between Hiyori and Yato. A new character, Yuki, has just come in, and the whole concept of the regular power scheme, the Regalia power scheme, is actually very intriguing. So this one, I want to stick with for a little while. We're going to see how it works out. I'm going to watch episode 3 right now. So far, first impressions, I like it. I think it's good. Will I review it? Again, probably not, but I may do, and I probably will do a series overview once it's over. So check it out for yourselves. I don't think it's on Crunchyroll. If it is, I'll put the link in the description box down below. If it's not, Google, Bing, Yahoo, via Google Chrome, via Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Google, Noragami. That's it. So I'll see you guys later. Be sure, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.